Hello, hello, everyone. This is going to be a quick reading because Gavin is off today. I want to check into, and I was going to put it up on the screen, but if I do that, you won't be able to see the cards, so that defeats the purpose. But I took screenshots of, this is a conversation between Stephen McDougal and Audrii's mother the night before she went missing. So I want to look at this and see what we get. This is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Okay, so let's do this first. What was Stephen's thought process when he went to send the first message to Audrii's mother? Did I say this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts? What was his energy? Huh. That screams setup. This would be private and or before something goes public. This is, I'm not trying to be the one that goes down for this injustice. I'm not trying to be the one that goes down for this injustice when it's made public. I'm not trying to be the one that goes down for this injustice when it goes public. Released. Greed, injustice and greed. That's like I'm drowning and there's no life raft, so I use you as a life raft. Give me a minute. Allegedly, in my opinion, this looks like to me that the reaching out to the mother was almost like going to be used in order to force himself onto the little girl. How do I explain that? You don't want to get in trouble or get your mommy in trouble, do you? No? Okay, well, if you want me to tell about that, then you don't tell about this. Leave it behind us, or it's going to be brought up by me. If you don't leave it behind, Queen of Swords in reverse, don't tell. So why then did it never get to him being able to do that? Did something happen prior? Because inside, power on purpose. Huh. Show me the dad's energy. Manipulation and deception. Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel something off about the dad, and I can't quite put my finger on how much knowledge he had and why. So I don't feel as though it was a plan between the two of them per se. Not that the dad and the what's his name? Not that the dad and Steven were like in cahoots, and not that the dad was privy to any plan, but I there's something the dad was at least uncomfortable at some point. Like the way he talked about the little girl, or the way that he like lit up maybe when he talked about her, almost like the dad was avoidant in talking to Steven about the daughter because he got weird vibes, but was trying to ignore it because he needed the help or something like that. Or yeah, it feels like needed the help. Almost like he didn't want his ex, the child's mother, to see him struggle. Like, if I have the extra little help, then I'm not scrambling to get her to school and being late for work. Like, there's something like that where it's like, didn't necessarily expect anything bad to happen, but was aware of his own discomfort when it came to the way that Steven almost like referencing the little girl in conversations that would be adult conversations. Like, why are you bringing her up in the middle? Like, that kind of thing. So it feels like he tried to avoid it. One second, my throat is like closing up. I don't even think I was off camera when I said that. Anyway, I don't know. Give me 3 cards about the dad's energy. School in reverse. So no, see, I was going to say didn't know, and I feel like that's why my throat just closed, because what I heard in my head was no. Didn't learn his lesson. Oh. Didn't learn his lesson, but not in cahoots with one another. Manipulation, water supply. Oh, hold on, my throat again. My throat was totally fine before I started this reading too. Manipulation, water supply. Was the dad getting something from Steven that made him turn? Is that his name? Was the dad getting something from Steven that made him kind of turn a blind eye to discomfort? Hands tied. My hands are tied. I don't know if he was getting something from him or he had dirt on him that the dad was like, okay, it's just kind of easier. Let's say Steven has some kind of dirt on the dad. And then Stephen shows the dad his communication with the ex and says, I almost feel like Stephen may have been asked to leave at one point, or at the very least, like, okay, you need to chill. And the reason that it was let go was because Stephen knows something about the dad that if he said it to the ex, it would help her case. Is it fair to say that Stephen knows something? I feel like it's not necessarily something that the dad would get in trouble for legally. It's more of they both may be viewed as unfit parents and she would have went to someone else. And I feel like he was using that as leverage. Portal. Using it to get away from responsibility of creepy energy. There's some kind of like abuse of, I have information and I'm abusing what I'm doing with it. For both of them, though. That's what I'm getting. I feel like the conversation with her mom the night before she went missing has a lot to do with his, as in Stephen's, intention to use that interaction with her mom, because if in the messages, I should probably read these. Excuse me. She's not the only one made to, oh, this is the mom. She's not the only one made to feel terrified about things like this. Is this the first one? Hold on. Yeah. She's not the only one made to feel terrified about things like this, and it's sad because she is my daughter and I her mother. We should be happy and excited to get to see each other, or at least not scared to do so. Don't you see anything wrong with that, man? Like, please understand. But yes, I want to see her. Yes, I want to talk to her and answer any questions she has truthfully, no matter how much it may hurt me. She deserves to know the truth on my end, but also how much I do love her, because at this point, she's got to be questioning if I do or not. Oh, 10 of Cups in reverse. She's just saying how she feels. And then him, Stephen, oh, I see the wrong with it, and I am trying to fix what I see wrong. You are not a bad person, and she deserves the chance to know that. 1 second. He sneezed and I said, bless you. And he said, you too. Oh, I see the wrong with it, and I'm trying to fix what I see wrong. You are not a bad person, and she deserves the chance to know that. He had to get proof that he could go public with. So a picture of the two of them together when it's supposed to be safe and secure. So he would have the power of being able to take action in whatever direction he wanted to go with that, exploiting it. The mom said, when would you want to do this? And Stephen said, you want to do it tomorrow? Mask, false person. I'm not doing this for the reasons that I tell you that I'm doing this for. egotism being exposed in a way that feels like it's being concealed. So I'm doing this for egotistic reasons, but I'm making it look like I'm doing it for selfless reasons until I flip it on you. He said, oh wait. Oh no, she said, look, it's one thing to have you say it, but before we meet tomorrow at that park, I need to hear her say it herself, either in video or on the phone, that this is what she wants to do is meet me and talk to me. She doesn't have to say nothing more or nothing less, please. You don't know what I've been through trying to have anything to do with her or the harassment from his friends and such because of the lies they have been told. I need reassurance. Am I going into calmer waters or am I walking myself into a battle? He said, okay, I will take her to school tomorrow. I wonder if he saw that in the conversation as the ability to switch plans in some way. Like I'm planning to set her up. Revealing the secret weapon that's going to get justice. It feels like he was planning to set her up either way, but something goes wrong. Almost like how do I put this? He's planning on bringing the little girl. My throat. Hold on one second. What's interesting is in the reading I did the first time about her, I felt this, but then I got something else in later part of the reading. But now my throat is like, no, I'm not going to work. It feels like he pressured this little girl for a very long time, silence when there was grooming. Okay. He's planning on allegedly bringing the little girl to meet up with the mom so he can use that as leverage to keep the little girl silent about things that he plans. But then he talks to the little girl about this plan because the mom said she wanted reassurance, which would require him to talk to the little girl before the plan. Okay. So I feel as though what he was planning to do after the meetup, he already had leverage to get the little girl to try and let him do what he wanted to do that was inappropriate. So what he was planning for after the meetup, I feel like he did before, which is where the problem came in because the little girl fought back or tried to get away, it feels like is really what happened. Yeah, if it doesn't, it feels like she tries to get away and he's like, okay, now she can't go to school because she'll tell. She can't go see the mom because she'll tell. I thought this makes sense with what I got in my last reading. He thought, allegedly, yeah, my cat's both running down the hallway. As I said, she tried to get away. He thought that the leverage that he had, oh, if you want to go see your mom, you need to be silent about this too. Almost like he would say something to her along the lines of, if you can be silent about this, then I trust you to be silent about that. But she tried to get away, and he's like, oh no, that didn't work. There go the cats again. Oh, I don't know if you can hear them because I have my headphones in because Gavin's home. When she was still alive, his mask came off and he realized that he was not going to be able to control the narrative. feet on the street. One arm trying to hold on to the other arm. Devil. It feels like she tries to get away. She gets out of his grip. And then the mask really comes off because he realizes, I have a problem. She's going to tell. Man-made disaster exposed. He knew that she would tell somebody. He knew that the leverage that he thought he had, oh, your mom, look at this text message. Your mom, she wants proof that you're okay with seeing her. Are you okay? Because she wants it on video or she wants a recording. So if you want to see her, I need to give her that. Are you okay with it? Okay, now that I have that on you, I need to make sure that you'll be quiet about that by seeing if you'll be quiet about this. That's what it feels like. And he thought she would be, oh, we got the frozen card in the beginning, didn't we? Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. He thought she'd be like frozen. And he got the opposite of running because he thought she'd be frozen in fear. But instead, she tried to get out of there and he, I guess, panicked or, yeah, didn't feel like going into that battle because he didn't feel like there'd be any way to keep her quiet from not telling school or the mom or the dad. And if there was already some tension between him and the dad or some secrecy or whatever you call it, this would have been what pushed that over the edge too. And it would have made his whole, like, I don't even want to call it House of Cards because I don't feel like he's capable of building a house of cards, but like it would have caused that all to fall down. He would have lost his place of staying because he was staying, I believe, on a trailer in the back of the dad's property or something, or a shed. And then whatever would have came from the little girl saying something, which would have matched up with his past record, so would have been very believed. It feels like it snapped Steven into it's you or me. It's you or me, because when you talk about what just happened, I'm going to lose everything and go back to jail. So it's you or me. It feels like that. Because I don't want you to go tell your parent. Okay, I will take her to school tomorrow. After school, correct? Yes. So before school, if you keep this secret all the way till after school, then I know I can trust you to see your mom. And the leverage didn't work because it didn't work. What time would I need to be at the park? And can you guarantee I will hear her say it that she wants me to be there? Yes, I will take her to school and have you on the phone. Feels like before they left for school is when he tried something. If you want to call your mom in the car, I will not force anything on her, the mom says. Seems there's been enough of that already. Okay, when do you take her to school? He said at 7. And she said, okay, I'll be awake by 6:30 or 6:40. I do love her. And then let's skip. He says, good morning. Okay, so he says good morning, Thursday, 6:31 a.m. And then she says, I hope to hear from her this morning and all of that. And then 3:52 p.m., he says, yes, ma'am. And then 6:46 p.m., he said, hey, have you seen Audrii? I dropped her off at the bus and she didn't get on and hasn't come home. And the mom says, no, where is my kid. So he says, have you seen Audrii? I dropped her off at the bus and she hasn't come. She didn't get on and hasn't gotten home. This feels to me to mean unalive, lack of movement, so never went to the bus stop. And again, this is that collateral that he's trying to use. It feels like what this is saying is at the point of this text message, Stephen had already flipped to, oh crap, well, what can I do now to use what I already have text message wise with the mom since something went wrong, to make it look like it could possibly be the mom who just came in and grabbed her because of what they had discussed. I can't be in this energy anymore. That's going to be it. Please remember, this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not fact. Talk to you soon.